Hello everybody, my name is Eve Berrington, also known as Evie B, and I'm doing a work through of the book Painting the Energy Body, Signs and Symbols for Vibrational Healing, and I've just read through the introduction, and I was sparked. I remembered something that I just read in this other book, Leap of Perception, The Transforming Power of Your Attention by Penney Peirce. And it's sort of a supplement. I think that what I just read in this little excerpt here from chapter 3 in this book goes along with the introduction. The introduction basically saying that the human body is an information system, and by adding information to the system, we can alter it without the need for drugs or invasive procedures. Here's just a little bit of supplemental material, and then I'll talk about it right after. This is an excerpt from chapter 3, page 39. Signs of evolution, neuroplasticity, and human adaptability. Not long ago, it was a common assumption that the brain had only so many cells, and they died progressively as we aged, unable to be replaced. We were doomed to lose our faculties and be forgetful, doddering old fools in our dotage. But there have been some amazing discoveries that have shown the brain to have a resilient and nearly magical design. Biologist Fernando Nottebohm demonstrated that the brain of a male songbird grows fresh new nerve cells, neurogenesis, in the fall to replace those that die off in the summer. Building on his work, researchers have since found that humans and other adult animals share this ability to produce new brain cells. In the 1920s, neurosurgeon Wilder Penfield's research concluded that all our experiences are recorded in our brain, from the most impactful events to the tiniest detail of a mundane observation. After that, Carl Lashley discovered that surgically removing various segments of rats' brains had no effect on their memory, concluding that memory is not just supported in certain areas but stored everywhere, evenly distributed throughout the entire brain. Following this, in the 1960s, Carl Prebrum, a neurosurgeon and psychiatrist, read an article about holograms. He put two and two together and realized that the brain was functioning holographically concerning memory, with the whole in every part. Later he discovered that the visual cortex functions the same way. Even a very small piece of the visual cortex can reconstruct the whole of what the eyes are seeing. These are mind-blowing or reality-blowing ideas that contribute to the opening of our consciousness to evolutionary perception. Thanks to neuroplasticity, we now know that the brain changes in response to physical and emotional experiences, that the very stimulation of experience causes neural firing and the production of proteins that help create new neurons and connections among neurons. We know that when there is a growth of a new neuron, there is also a growth of myelin, the protective fatty sheath that speeds nerve transmission. With increased speed, consciousness can increase. With new neural pathways, there is growth and evolution. Negative life experiences, however, can shock the brain into fearful contraction. A repetition of similar fear-based experiences can cause sets of neurons to fire together, and then, as the saying goes, they wire together, forming unhealthy perceptual habits. People can develop chronic limited brain chemistry and the negative thought and behavior patterns that parallel it: helplessness, thinking, depression, drug addiction, aggression, and neuroses. The reverse is also true. Positive experience can stimulate the brain to expand its functioning and renew itself. In fact, attention alone can stimulate these changes. That goes to speak on the power of attention when we are focusing on whatever our issue is. I thought that was supplemental to what we just read about the body and how it responds to our unique attention. Now, I am bridging several fields of thinking here, but we can see how related healing is with our perception. So, the Leaps of Perception book is very cool on its own, but it just really stuck with me, the hologram image of how there's a certain perception imprint on our brain of all of the information that we perceive in every section of our brain, and that everything we experience, even the most minute thing, is stored in our bodies. And those things have a vibration and will resonate with specific frequencies, specific symbols, perhaps? Anyway, I'm really excited to work through the rest of the book. And I will see you guys for chapter 3.